Hi, I'm Alex. I'm based in Nairobi and in Montreal. I'm the co-founder and conceptualist for Caliworks. Caliworks is a love child of myself and my partner. We're two Africans who met in Canada, in the Canadian diaspora. I'm Kenyan, she is Motswana. So our brand started just because we were trying to find more representation for African fashion based on where we are, which was a little bit missing. So that's kind of how we started, by buying stuff made in Kenya, DRC, Uganda, and then selling it there. And then that quickly transformed into a thing where we design and make our own products. So our brand ethos is really to create statement artwork, whether that's clothing or framed art, that is reflective, is unrepentantly Pan-African. So we focus a lot on African people, not just the culture, but actually the people there. That's really what drives our ethos. So that's why we have big representation in terms of, let's say, the Maasai tees. You see big portraits of a Maasai woman like that. And in terms of our mission really is to tell stories of African people through artwork, through fabric choices, through techniques, and make that, combine it into a design language that is uniquely Caliworks. First of all, I want to say I love our customers. When usually they come to the store and I meet them at pop-ups, we end up talking for several minutes, if not even an hour. So number one, we find that our customers have obviously a great sense of style. Number two, these are individuals who are curious about other people, not just themselves, not just in their community, but also worldwide. These are people who are curious about cultures and cultural expression. These are guys who are, most of our customers are actually international travelers, whether they're based locally or abroad. So, they're always looking for something nice, something bespoke, something that's a statement piece to take back with them. So these are guys who are obviously very, very sophisticated, very picky in terms of what they do. So that's kind of what we try to do with Caliworks, to make sure we can tick those boxes for them. Well, because we are a very Pan-African focused brand, a lot of my inspiration really comes from just me reading and learning about African people and culture. I'll see something and then something will just click, and I want to tell that story in a very particular way. So let's say we talk about Nairobian. Like I said, I live in Canada as well. So I used to see a lot of New Yorker magazine, merchandise, toast, all that kind of thing. But in my opinion, I don't think a lot of these people would actually choose to live in New York. That's just how New York City has this cultural cachet to it. So the creative process, like I said, it comes from just me deciding what story I want to tell and figuring out what is the best canvas to tell that in. So that means the fabric choice, the artwork choice, the materials we use, all that. And in terms of now coming into the production process, that really depends on the individual item, just because we have many things. We have t-shirts made in Kenya, we have had mud cloth, shirts and ponchos made in Senegal, we've had handbags even made in Nigeria, we've had kente fabric made in Ghana. So it really depends on the exact thing. Each item has its own production process, just because of how we do things as a Pan-African brand. There's been many highlights, but what I'd summarize it as is when we get the same clients coming back over and over and over again, and us chatting and catching up, and then them looking forward to our new collections, that kind of thing. But if I was to choose maybe one which is sort of related to that, is we had a customer who from I think from the States or somewhere, but they visited Nairobi off of the strength of the Nairobian brand. So Kenya Tourism Board cut me my check, we're doing the do here. So that was a very big endorsement, I think, for us, just somebody flying somewhere just because we represented that well. So yeah, I'm proud of that one. So the first thing I would say for everybody is just be brave. If you're thinking of doing something, just go ahead and do it. Just do it. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I would say just experiment a lot. Give yourself an opportunity to experience different things, see what works for you, what doesn't work. There's many times where let's say, go through my phone pictures and there was a particular maybe outfit I didn't like, but then when I go back to it, I'm like, oh, actually looked really nice in that. So experiment a lot, don't be afraid to fail, I guess. The third one, I would say, be yourself or don't. that's the fun part about fashion and styling. You get to either really express yourself or express something either that's inside you that, you know, is not maybe yourself per se, but yeah, either be yourself or don't, you know, put on a costume if you want to pretend to be something else. So just have fun with it. All right, what's that? Number 4. Yeah, like have fun, I guess. What's the point of dressing up and styling yourself and getting into fashion if you're not gonna have fun doing it, right? And number 5, wow, what's number 5? I don't know, visit Caliworks, I'll tell you the 5th one. So, fashion is the business side of style for us. Our brand has its own particular style, I have my own particular style, so making that fashion is a way of articulating that into maybe something perhaps we can sell, or something that is articulating that is something that is trendy or something that is, I guess, acceptable to the mainstream. So that's kind of how we define fashion, but we more, I don't know if Caliworks we necessarily do fashion a lot, but we do emphasize a lot on our own brand style more so than following fashion trends.